increasingly haphazard. Team apparatus competitions were held in conjunction with tumbling, club swinging, and rope climbing. By the 1912 Games in Stockholm, a more stable program had been established, and athlete participation had dramatically risen to 2,500 competitors from 28 nations. The International Olympic Committee and the Gymnastics Federation agreed to combined control over the gymnastic events. In the home of Per Hinrich Ling, fierce competition arose between the Swedish and German gymnasts. In order to satisfy the varying styles, the program included apparatus-based events and the more artistic free exercises. A number of demonstration events were also staged, including an exhibition by the Scandinavian women. By the 1924 Games in Paris, gymnastics had become an established part of the Olympics, with the International Gymnastic Federation taking full official control of the event. The Games provided such heroic idols as Finland's Paavo Nurmi in the 5,000 meters, and the 100-meter sprint champion Harold Abrahams of Great Britain. The gymnastic events also found their first great hero, Leon Stukl, the Yugoslav, whose career would span 2 decades. In Paris, Stukl thought he had little hope of winning a medal.
We went to Versailles for lunch and didn't get back to the hotel until 4 o'clock. A crowd of people were waiting in front of the hotel. They came running up to me, shouting, "You won a gold medal in the multiple event and on the bar." We saw the results in the newspaper. That was quite exciting.
In his first Olympic Games, the unknown Yugoslav had won 2 gold medals and come 4th on the rings and vault. Four years later, in Amsterdam, the gymnastic competition was extended to women. However, women were only allowed to compete in team events until 1952. For Leon Stukl, the Games were also a turning point.
Amsterdam made a very big impression on me. It was there that I first realized what it really meant to win a gold medal. We would stand and watch the winners on the rostrum with their medals and see the results appear on a big screen and hear the anthem. It really was a wonderful spectacle.
Stukl won gold in his specialist event, the rings, and an overall bronze medal behind the dominant Swiss gymnasts Schmidt and Hermann Hengel. If Amsterdam made an impression on the young Yugoslav, the 1936 Berlin Games stunned the whole world as the Olympics became a showcase for the Third Reich.
Zum Feiern der 11. Olympiade in neuer Zeitrechnung als eröffnet.
A mass display of over 12,000 gymnasts heralded German domination in the gymnastic events. Competing in his 3rd Olympic Games and at the age of 37, Leon Stukl won silver on the rings, bringing his medal tally to 3 golds, a silver, and 2 bronze. The 1952 Games in Helsinki saw another great Olympian, Paavo Nurmi, light the Olympic flame. In a career spanning 3 games, he had won 9 gold and 3 silver medals. The Olympic oath was taken by Finnish gymnast Heikki Savolainen. His career, the longest of any gymnast in history, had begun at the 1928 Amsterdam Games. Over the next 4 Olympics, he won a total of 9 medals, including team gold in 1948. In Helsinki, at the age of 44, Savolainen ended his incredible Olympic career with team bronze. The Helsinki Games marked a decisive turning point in international sport with the arrival of the Soviet Union into Olympic competition. Having observed new techniques and training methods in London 4 years earlier, the Soviets set up their own Olympic village away from the rest of the world's athletes. Sport had always played an important role in Soviet life. After the Bolshevik Revolution in 1917, communist officials widened the already strong sporting traditions, making them available to all citizens. Originally the perfect way to keep the workforce fit and healthy, sport, and particularly gymnastics, became a showcase for the benefits of socialism. Nowhere were the Soviet resources more apparent than in Helsinki's gymnastic arena. The Soviet team took 5 of the top 7 places in the combined exercises. Overall gold went to 31-year-old Viktor Shukharin. Having escaped the death penalty in a World War II concentration camp, Shukharin epitomized Soviet determination. To his overall title, he added team gold and 2 gold and 2 silver medals at individual apparatus. 4 years later in Melbourne, Shukharin defended his overall title. Despite a hand injury sustained in practice, he kept to his original routines and won the overall gold by 0.05 of a mark over Japan's Takashi Ono. In 2 Olympic Games, Shukharin had won 11 medals and firmly established the Soviet Union at the forefront of the sport. Throughout the 1950s, the Soviet Union produced a succession of superb gymnasts. Yuri Titov, winner of 9 Olympic medals. 1954 world champion Valentin Muratov. And Albert Azarian, the innovative specialist and double gold medalist on the rings. Tel Aviv.
ממש הרגשתי אושר.
Coletti's fluent moves and easy grace were rewarded with gold in the individual floor final. She went on to secure a bronze medal on the asymmetric bars, and Hungary took the team silver behind the Soviets. Four years later, preparations for the Melbourne Games were overshadowed by political turmoil. The Hungarian uprising against the Soviet Union had begun.